limits of accuracy. Any recorded measurements are usually rounded. The true value will be somewhere between the lower bound and the upper bound. This lower bound and the upper bound is called the limits of accuracy. Suppose, for example, if a length of a cloth is measured for a dress, we often say the length is 145 centimeters to the nearest centimeter. That means the actual length can be anywhere between 144.5 to 145.4999 centimeters. That is, when it is rounded up to the nearest centimeter, this is 5 and more than 5, you add 1 to it. So it is 145. And this one is also 145.499. When we add 1, since it's a 4, we will not be able to add 1. So it is 145.499. This 145.499 is approximately equal to 145.5. So in this case, we say that the lower bound is 144.5 and the upper bound 145.5. As an inequality, we can write this as 144.5 is less than or equal to the length is less than 145.5. We are here, this side we write less than or equal to, but this side we are writing only less than, because this value 145.5, when we round up, it comes to 146. So, but these values, that is 145.499, will come only to 145. The previous value is this one. That is why we are not including this value. All the values which are lesser than this, we are including in this range. That is why this side it is lesser than or equal to, and this side is only less than. Now let us calculate the upper bound and the lower bound for some of the values. Now our first thing, in a shop, the height of the door is given as 195 centimeter to the nearest centimeter. Now we need to find the upper bound and the lower bound for this height 195 centimeter. That is, it is to nearest centimeter. So now that is a whole number. So it will be 194.5. When you round this, it comes as 195. So it is less than or equal to, this is the height. So we write it as the height. And here we write it as less than 195.5. That is, the previous value will give us only 195. Though it is 196, we are not considering this value. We are considering the previous value. So it is only lesser than. So now, a simple way to do this is, since it is given to the nearest 1 centimeter. Nearest centimeter means it's 1 centimeter. So 1 divided by 2 is 0.5. So subtract 0.5 to the lower value, add 0.5 to the upper value. We'll get our answer easily. Second one, a football crowd of 14,500 to the nearest 100. As our previous thing, now it is rounded to nearest 100. So 100 divided by 2 is 50. So we'll subtract for 50 for the lower value and add 50 for the upper value. So it will be 14,500 minus 50 will give us 14,450, less than or equal to the crowd, less than, add 50 with this. So it is 14,550. So this is our answer. Third question, an amount given as $6 to the nearest dollar. Again, nearest dollar, so it is $1. 1 divided by 2 is 0.5. Subtract for lower value. So 6 minus 0.5 is 5.5. Is less than or equal to the amount which is less than 6.5. Fourth question, a mass of 17 kg correct to two significant figures. Significant figures and decimal point we cannot do like this, only by our understanding we do it. So it will be equal to 16.5 less than or equal to the mass less than 17.5. Now round this number to two significant figures, so automatically we add to this, so we get it as 17. So this is the one. Now the fifth question, a distance of 238 km to three significant figures. So now here it is three significant figures, so it will be 237.5 is less than or equal to the distance, which is less than 238.5. Now when we round it to 3 significant figures, we get this answer as 238. This one also it is 238. Sixth one, a temperature of 81.4 degrees Celsius to 1 decimal place. So 1 decimal place when you round up, that is 81.35 is less than or equal to the temperature is less than 81.45. Always check significant figures and decimal places. You need to check and then find whether you are getting the answer. But for a whole number, when it is rounded, it is easier. Just divide that by 2 and subtract for the lower value and add it for the upper value. The seventh question, calculate the maximum and the minimum possible perimeter and area of a rectangle whose dimensions are length equal to 9 cm and breadth equal to 6 cm, correct to nearest centimeter. That means both the lengths and breadth are correct to nearest centimeter. So now nearest centimeter, 1 divided by 2 is 0.5. So 8.5 less than or equal to the length is less than 9.5. In the same way, when we write for the breadth, it will be 5.5 less than or equal to breadth less than 6.5. Now our area will be equal to length into breadth. So in order to find the least value of the area, multiply both the least values and higher value, that is upper bound, we multiply both the upper values. So it will be 8.5 multiplied by 5.5 is less than or equal to area is less than or equal to 9.5 into 6.5. So when we simplify it, we get it as 72.25 is less than or equal to the area is less than 90.25. In the same way for the perimeter, the formula is 2 into L plus B. So it will be for the lower value, do the lower value. So it will be 2 into 8.5 plus 5.5 is less than or equal to the perimeter is less than 2 into 9.5 plus 6.5. So this will be equal to 28 is less than or equal to the perimeter is less than or equal to 32. So we have to remember that for addition and multiplication, when we need to find the lower bound, we use the lower values to calculate the lower bound. And then for finding the upper bound, we use the upper values to calculate the upper bound. Eighth question, if x equal to 5, y equal to 7, correct to one significant figure, find the largest and the smallest possible values of x plus y, xy, y minus x, and x over y. Now let us write the upper bound and the lower bound for these two values, x and y. For x equal to 5, it is correct to one significant figure. So it is 4.5 less than or equal to x less than 5.5. In the same way for y, if you write, it is 6.5 less than or equal to y less than 7.5. Now for our first value, x plus y we need to find. We need to find the upper bound and the lower bound. When we add the lower bounds, we get the lower value. When we add the upper bounds, we get the upper bound value. So it will be 4.5 plus 6.5 is less than or equal to x plus y is less than 5.5 plus 7.5. So it will be equal to 11 less than or equal to x plus y is less than 13. Now our second question, we need to find multiplication. Multiplication also the same way, multiply 4.5 into 6.5 less than or equal to xy is less than 5.5 into 7.5. So it will be 29.25 is less than or equal to xy is less than 41.25. Now our third part, that is y minus x. When you are doing for subtraction and division, we need to be careful. When you need to find the lower value, here our y has to be a small value and then our x has to be a bigger value. Then only we'll get a smaller value. So that is why we'll be using the concept as 6.5 minus 5.5 is less than or equal to y minus x. For getting a bigger value, y has to be big, x has to be small. So it will be 7.5 minus 4.5. So when you simplify it, you get it as 1 less than or equal to y minus x is less than 3. In the same way, for D part, x over y when you are doing. Here, in order to calculate a smaller value, x has to be small and y has to be big. Opposite will go. So it will be x has to be small. So it will be for this 4.5 over 7.5 is less than or equal to x over y is less than 5.5 over 6.5. So when you simplify it, we get it as 0.6 is less than or equal to x over y is less than or equal to 0.846. For addition and multiplication, in order to get the lower bound, we add and multiply the lower bound. In the same way, for getting the upper bound, we add and multiply the upper bound. But when doing for subtraction and division, you need to concentrate and do. We have to check how will we get a more smaller value when we do subtraction and division. In the same way, how to get a more higher value when we do subtraction and division. The last question, when a voltage V is applied to a resistance R, the power consumed P is given by P equal to V squared over R. If V equal to 12.2 and R equal to 2.6, correct to the nearest one decimal place. Calculate the smallest value for P. Now, we have to write our values for V and R. So, it is 12.2. So, when we write our lower bound and the upper bound, which is correct to nearest one decimal place, it is 12.15 is less than or equal to V, less than 12.25. Then our R is 2.6. So, it will be 2.55 less than or equal to R, less than 2.65. Now we need to calculate the smallest value of P. Now our P is given as V squared over R. We need to calculate the small value. So the numerator has to be small and the denominator has to be big. Then only we'll get a smaller value. So it is numerator, it is a V and it has to be the smaller value. 12.15 squared and the R has to be bigger, 2.65. This when we do, we get our answer as 55.7 and the power source drops. Thank you.